Some people endure for a time but having no root in themselves. When persecution arise for the word's sake, they are offended. It takes for you to live and die for something a lifelong commitment. That's why the scriptures say, better is the end of a thing. And you're witnessing brothers that came in, they enjoyed the sweet. But if you're a woman and a man in the truth, and you call yourself believing in the Messiah, the Lord is going to prove you. You understand what I'm saying? It is not a matter of if, but when.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verses 13.
Okay.
Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man.
Unto a perfect man. Read.
Unto the measure of the stature of
See that? Unto the measure of the stature of Yahawashi, the fullness of Yahawashi. That's that plumb line that the Lord put in the midst of Israel. Because he was somebody, when he was reviled, he reviled not. When he was persecuted, he blessed them. You understand? And that's the same mind that all of us have to have. The same mind that Yahawashi has. Everybody knows I hate Christianity, but there's a Christian line I love. What would Jesus do? Right? Ask yourself, what would Yahawashi do in the times that you feel persecuted and you feel weak and you want to give up and you want to just say, you know what, I'm going to just go back to the world. Because it's easier in the world, to be honest. This walk is the hardest walk anybody can obtain and grasp on. But the world is easy.
I see what the Lord is doing. We got to be able to have foresight in this thing. Even in the difficulty, you have to be able to see what the Lord is doing, not only in your prosperity, you know, and as I keep growing and growing in the Lord, because I myself grow in the Lord, I have to continue to stay in fellowship with him to understand what it is that he has me to do for others. We're servants to each other. Believe it or not, famous musicians understand that they are ministers and servants to the world with their gifts. Believe it or not. When you're great, you're a minister to the people. And so that's one thing we have to understand. You were called to a ministry to serve and oversee your village, your people, your neighborhood with this truth.
And with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
With what?
And with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
With bitter herbs. To General Gawar's point, when Ezekiel ate the scroll, right, or ate the roll, it was bitterness to his stomach, right? So when you come into the knowledge of the truth, right, come into the knowledge of who you are, right, it's bitterness. It's sweet when you hear about the good things, but then when you digest this thing, it's bitter. And also, what does the bitter herbs represent? The bondage and the affliction that we're going through, right? While, right, we're here in the heart of bondage, in the heart of Babylon, Egypt, etc. People have been here, I don't know how many times, right? The Most High said that when we disobey, that the heathen will rise up above us, and that's what has happened again. But we know that this is our last captivity, and we believe that we are going to be saved in these last days with everything going on around us.
Sometimes you have this confidence that because you're doing it by the book, by the letter, that you're so secure. The truth is you have no idea the amount of things you're in violation of. You could get the garment right, the lamb right, the location, and in a conversation speak in a way about a person that just made your efforts go down the drain. Because your attitude, that's how delicate and important this thing is. You could do everything right. I got my ticket, I got this, I got that, and I made it. Here you talk to such and such. I'm hoping I won't see it if he don't see me. Keep it moving. You get one of these days. Right? A lot of brothers and sisters forget that. This thing is not by how accurately you're keeping this thing. This thing is about the Lord pardoning whom he reserves. That's why he tells you, he that is called is what? Justified. So in all your customs that you keep, remember the mercy of the Most High, because how the Christian would teach it in modern day, you would believe mercy was born in the New Testament. Mercy is in the volume of the book. The Creator is very merciful. All of us sitting here have leaven and have a cleanup job to do, have to turn things around. And that's why it's important to observe meaningful high holy days. Not the high holy days you party and turn up and it's gone tomorrow. Depending on how you observe your high holy day, you will feel joy and dedication very temporal. But if you observe these high holy days in earnest, you will take long-term strength away from these things. You'll take long-term meaning to change your life. I have sat in Passovers that have changed my life. Understand what I'm saying? I've sat in high holy days that what was being gone over, I reconstructed the entire direction I was going. It's not just for the moment. So don't be the kind of people that are in the moment for the feel good. Don't let Passover resemble the Christmas spirit. When you come into this truth, it's amazing and people are bold. You got brothers that, are out in the streets yelling death to America. It's all fun and games until it really gets real. Your brothers come in, they parrot, I'm ready to die for this. How could you die for a thing you have not given your life to?
Right.
Understand this? Why? So, in all, what I'm saying is, all of you have to step up and teach, because we're not always going to be together. That's the Debbie Downer message. That's the truth. We're not always going to be. That's the purpose of the Lord pulling you into this, is to seal your forehead with instruction. You understand what I'm saying to you? There's a scripture in Proverbs, one of my favorite scriptures, where it talks about a man that he comes by a property that is, or a land that is overfilled with thorns and grass. It's hideous. It's unmaintained. And it said that man looks upon this and he receives instruction. You have to be able to see instruction where you can't see on your wrath. If you stand in prayer asking forgiveness, forgive your neighbor the hurt he's done to you. He gave us the blueprint to stay together forever. We just pick and choose what we follow and what we apply. So, nothing should separate us from the love of Christ. And if we have the love of Christ, it should show in how we love one another. Hereby, that you know you're the disciples of the Lord by the love you have for one another. If you do not have unconditional love for one another, you don't have the love of Christ.